Welcome guys to a brand new video on solo leveling Arise. So my last video was talking about the gacha system, the gacha rates or whatever. In today's video we're going to be focusing on whether weapons for Song Jin-woo is better to get than getting the characters instead. Now in general, I think many people would rather want to go ahead and get new characters than to get weapons, just because new characters have better different gameplay and you can build your team better. You have more characters to use rather than using SR characters or upgrading SR units. But in terms of which one is better for your account, generally a weapon for Song Jin-woo, the character that you always will be using for your story content, is pretty much much more better to get than a character than the characters. However, one thing to note, I believe Song Jin-woo can only be used in here compared to the rest of the characters, where they can be used in a couple of the other game modes like Encore or whatever it's called. So let me quickly check. Yeah, Song Jin-woo I believe can't be used here. Let me see. Yeah, you can't use Song Jin-woo here. So the only place you can really use Song Jin-woo, from what I can see, is story. So is it really a good idea to get Song Jin-woo's weapon rather than getting new characters that you can use in other different game mode? That is something I want to talk about in today's video. We will take a look at some of the weapons and see how much of an investment or how much of an upgrade it is compared to getting a new character. Now in general, since Song Jin-woo will always be in your team for story, it is definitely a good idea to get some weapons for him. However, you do actually get one of the weapons for free, which is the scythe. You do get it for free when you clear the last part of this story. Let me show you over here. I just recently found this out, but if you go over to chapter 12, you can actually get his weapon over here. There you go. You can get this shadow scythe. So no matter what, the weapon you're aiming for, it should definitely not be that. Let me check again. Is there any other weapons you can get? Nah, it's just SR ones. So I'm guessing, yeah, there's no SSR ones besides that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the gacha itself. So first of all, weapons and characters in the same banner. I think one of the most important weapons that everyone is trying to go for is this one over here, the Demon Plume Flower Sword. So we're going to take a look at this to see what this exactly does. So the damage is basically damage 1287% of Jin-woo's attack, cooldown 25 seconds, mana consumption is 200. This is the skill, but the effect of this is after Plume Flower Swift Fight is used, the user applies the Plume Flower effect after successfully performing a dash followed by Plume Flower Swift Flight that applied the Full Bloom effect. The Full Bloom effect basically increases crit rate damage by 12%, and it can be stacked up to 3 times. So you have a maximum of 12 times 3, which is 24, 36 I think. Yeah, 36%. And then Full Bloom over here is increase the usage speed of Plume Flower Swift Flight by 20%. The user's attack increases by 4%. The user's crit rate increased by 4%. By 4% as well. Duration is 8 seconds. Okay, let me just see if I can see gameplay for this, or like get a certain idea of what this actually does. So this is the skills over here. This one. Yeah, okay, there is preview. Fantastic. So we can see the animations over here. This is it. Dark elements, and then over here we have one draws the sword while spinning and strikes the surrounding area. This is the attack percentage, and then we have this one over here. So yeah, it looks like it's pretty good in terms of damage wise. There's other weapons in here as well that will obviously be used for Song Jin-woo, as you can see. And there's also weapons for other characters. So this is for hunters and this is for players. So is it good to go for player weapons rather than characters? I would say initially, as you start this game, it is probably much more better to go for characters. Yes, the weapon in general will be probably, no, not really probably. Okay, the weapons in general are going to be good to get, of course, because Song Jin-woo making him stronger is definitely a good idea. But in general, you want to have more variations in your team, and having some SSR characters is going to be very, very important. And there is a couple of good and important SSR characters that you pretty much want to get. I already made a video going over the best SSR characters in the game, and that's why you can see me right now trying to get characters rather than the weapons, because I want to have better teams. Basically, I want to build better teams. I don't want to work on some of the SR units because I know for a fact I won't be using them for long. I'd rather get the SSR units instead and build them up instead. Generally, the skills from the SSR units are usually very good, and after taking a look at all the characters, I will say that majority of them are really good to have, compared to just having one weapon that's used for Song Ji-woo and you can only use him in story. So honestly, I do think getting the characters first of all is definitely going to be a main priority than getting the weapon. Is it better investment? Well, since Song Ji-woo will always be in your story team, I guess it is, because you will always use him. Whereas with the other SSR characters in the future, they might get power creeped and you eventually use a different character instead. But at the end of the day, the initial benefit you get from having the SSR characters is probably going to be better than, you know, trying to get the weapons, especially when you have characters like what's his name, Min Byung-gu, which is who's a very good supportive character with healing and great damage buffing as well. In general, this is very good and very important just for your overall team as well, and for other content you want to clear. I definitely will say the SSR characters have a little bit of a higher priority than the weapons, in general, in my opinion as well. I'm covering my ass with my opinion. I do think as well, like, there is some, okay, let me check. I do believe there is some equipment or some items that allow you to craft SSR weapons. There we go. So this one over here, hunter exclusive weapon design. Okay, this is only for hunters. It doesn't say if it's an SSR one. If I go to shop now, obviously you don't want to take a look at the shop if you're free to play, but there is a item that the shop does give you that is used for SSR weapons, which is, it's not, wait, what's the rates for this? 0.1%. Yeah, you're not gonna get a weapon, guys, but hey, you can try. At the end of the day, we only have to spend $1 to open this up. Let's see, where is it? There's an item pack. Where is it? I'm trying to find it, guys. I'm so sorry. Oh, there it is. I found it. There it is. So it's called SSR Hunter Exclusive Pack. So this is it. It doesn't say SSR though, but it looks like you can get it from Battlefield of Time. Oh, it doesn't say SSR. Okay, it just says craft weapons. Okay, well, it doesn't say you can craft player weapons, so I'm guessing you can't. So you definitely need to get some SSR weapons for your Song Jin-woo, but you never really want to aim for that, because you just wait for off-banner luck, because there is no guarantee. Basically, from what I've seen, there's no guarantee to get the character you want. You're only guaranteed to get an SSR. So hey, look at the rates info. You have the character you're going for. You never know, eventually you might end up putting the weapons from here. So I would still say characters are just a little bit more important to get, especially at the start of the game. Building a proper team is going to be better than just giving one weapon to Song Jin-woo. And yes, having one extra SSR character is definitely going to be more important than just getting one of the SSR weapons for Song Jin-woo, because you have this healing from Min Byung. You have great fire DPS from her break ability as well. You know, great tank over here that actually can deal great damage, and also provide you guys a way to increase your damage overall, not just for one character. So yeah, I think, yeah, the characters are going to be more important. So when you're picking who to be put in your rate up list, put the characters. Like I said, no guarantee as well. You're only guaranteed to get it's a 50% chance to get the characters from your list over here, and the rates are split for the other characters. And after you've selected the SSR characters you want, if you lose your 50-50, the chances are you're going to pull a weapon instead. Chances are, because look, four other SSR units, but then there's weapons. But if I go ahead and do 2 and 2, so the rates are now split evenly. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, split between character, depending on how you put your characters, you know, put the selection list. I'm going for characters, so I'm going for this character. There we go. And if I lose this, I get a weapon that I will use for my Song Jin-woo, but I'm aiming for the characters, which in my opinion is a little bit but generally better. So yeah, that is it. I will take a look at the weapons later on just to see which ones are good. It's been your boy AC Gamer, and I'm out.